Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Poems for Halloween, an introduction. Many of us remember that feeling from childhood when an adult or even our friends would tell us scary stories of things that go bump in the night. It was a time to scare and be scared, and no matter how terrifying the stories were, it was a good feeling punctuated by shivers and yelps and laughs. Halloween is now firmly established in the calendar as a favourite. Trick-or-treating is an excuse for kids everywhere to dress up in outlandish attire and collect vast quantities of sweets. Equally, adults everywhere are prone to switch off the lights and pretend to be out. In our collection, the poems show that words have been used to enthrall and suggest dark, mysterious forces beyond our control for quite some time. With authors of the ability of Keats, Poe, Byron and Shakespeare to nourish these primeval fears, the poems have an unsettling nature, as all bad things should. This collection of poems is read to you by Gisela Rowe and Gideon Wagner.
I'm going to whisper now because Halloween is almost upon us. A time of witches, ghouls and hauntings and all kinds of scary things that come out the evening before All Saints' Day to wreak. I'm glad you're listening, so let us begin.
A Gravestone by William Allingham. Far from the churchyard dig his grave, on some green mound beside the wave. To westward sea and sky alone, and sunsets, put a mossy stone. With mortal name and date, a harp, and bunch of wild flowers carven sharp. Then leave it free to winds that blow, and patient mosses creeping slow. And wandering wings and footsteps rare of human creature pausing there.
In This Fog by Daniel Sheehan. I have memories of that fog. It rose around us as though its swirl and wisps, its blanket shape, would enfold us like the giddy memory of a waltz. Its damp and softer feel blemished the landscape, holding back from sight those things which wrap their nightmare tentacles so deep inside. But, and I say this as a whisper, worn, defeated, to be blinded by its cold and opaque touch, was more to hold my heart in a deadly kiss, to close my eyes than let me see the sight of hell.
Luke Havergal by Edwin Arlington Robinson. Go to the western gate, Luke Havergal, there where the vines cling crimson on the wall, and in the twilight wait for what will come. The leaves will whisper there of her, and some, like flying words, will strike you as they fall. But go, and if you listen she will call. Go to the western gate, Luke Havergal, Luke Havergal. No, there is not a dawn in eastern skies to rift the fiery night that's in your eyes. But there, where western glooms are gathering, the dark will end the dark, if anything. God slays himself with every leaf that flies, and hell is more than half of paradise. No, there is not a dawn in eastern skies, in eastern skies. Out of a grave I come to tell you this. Out of a grave I come to quench the kiss that flames upon your forehead with a glow that blinds you to the way that you must go. Yes, there is yet one way to where she is, bitter, but one that faith may never miss. Out of a grave I come to tell you this, to tell you this. There is the western gate, Luke Havergal, there are the crimson leaves upon the wall. Go, for the winds are tearing them away, nor think to riddle the dead words they say, nor any more to feel them as they fail. But go, And if you trust her, she will call. I've just realised that I effed that. Drop into final verse. There is the western gate, Luke Havergal. There are the crimson leaves upon the wall. Go, for the winds are tearing them away. Nor think to riddle the dead words they say, nor any more to feel them as they fall. But go, and if you trust her, she will call. There is the western gate, Luke Havergal. A Witch's Chant by James Hogg. An extract. Hence to the realms of night, dire demon, hence! Thy chain of adamant can bind that little world, the human mind, and sink its noblest powers to impotence. Wake the lion's loudest roar, clot his shaggy mane with gore, with flashing fury bid his eyeballs shine. Meek is his savage, sullen soul to thine. Thy touch, thy deadening touch, has steeled the breast whence through her April shower soft pity smiled, has closed the heart, each godlike virtue blessed, to all the silent pleadings of his child. At thy command he plants the dagger deep, at thy command exults, though nature bids him weep. When with a frown that froze the peopled earth, thou dartest thy huge head from high, night waved her banners o'er the sky, and brooding gave her shapeless shadows birth, rocking on the billowy air. Ha! What withering phantoms glare, as blows the blast with many a sudden swell, at each dead pause what shrill-toned voices yell. The sheeted spectre rising from the tomb points at the murderous stab and shudders by. In every grove is felt a heavier gloom that veils its genius from the vulgar eye. The spirit of the water rides the storm, and through the mist reveals the terror of his form.